Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Trial of suspected kidnappers of Nigerian lawyer Ozekhome orders stalled over absence of accused person in court. Trial of suspected kidnappers of Nigerian lawyer Ozekhome orders stalled over absence of accused person in court. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The suspects are facing 13 counts bordering on kidnapping and terrorism and have been in custody since 2013 with poor medical and limited access to their families. The trial of 4 suspected abductors of the constitutional lawyer Chief Mike Ozekhome's son was on Tuesday stalled at the Federal High Court, Abuja, due to the absence of one of the suspects, who has spent 9 years in custody. The suspects are facing 13 counts bordering on kidnapping and terrorism and have been in custody since 2013 with poor medical care and limited access to their families. They were also accused of kidnapping Delta State Commissioner for Higher Education, Prof. Hope Egaga, Athanasius Ugbem, and his friend Emmanuel Maka Omorogbe, and killing 5 policemen and 2 prison officials. The matter, which was scheduled for the continuation of trial on Tuesday, before Justice Binta Lunyako, was stalled due to the absence of one of the suspects, Momo Aruna, who was said to be missing after the attack on Kuje Correctional Center by terrorists on July 5, where over hundreds of inmates were released. The 4 suspects, Kelvin Oniara Iziegbe, Frank Azueko, Michael Omonigo, and Momo Aruna, have been refused bail filed on their behalf by their lawyer, Bala Hai Dakum. Kelvin and Frank had been held at the facility of the Department of State Services DSS in Aso Drive, Abuja, while Michael and Momo were being held at Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja. Their lawyer, Bala, who spoke to Sarah reporters, noted that by the provisions of Section 532 of 4 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, ACGA 2015, which states that where the defendant fails to attend court without reasonable explanation, the court shall continue with the trial in his absence and convict unless the court sees reasons otherwise, provided that proceedings in the absence of the defendant shall take place after total adjournment or as the court may deem fit. Though the trial and conviction can proceed in the absence of a defendant who was issued a notice but absconded without reasonable explanation, the court cannot pronounce a sentence in the absence of a defendant. He added that they would urge the court to exercise its discretion as stipulated in the ACGA to proceed on the next adjourned date, 24th November 2022, if the said Momo is not in the court. On the refusal by the court to admit the suspect to bail, the defense counsel said he has filed another bail application which is pending before the court. The prosecution was expected to call its last witness, Mike Ozekhome's son, who is the alleged victims of kidnap today, Tuesday, and close their case after the evidence. The defense counsel said he had appealed for a short date considering the age of the matter, but it was gathered that the prosecution said the witness Mike Ozekhome had notified the court that he would not be available until November 24, 2022. After the lawyers waited for hours for the arrival of the judge, the court registrar told both parties in the case that the matter would be adjourned to November 24, 2022. The case, which stated in 2014, has witnessed several delays and adjournment. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's